In late 19th century Paris, modern art and female fashion went hand in glove. The language of the fine arts pervaded discussions of fashion, and designers were quick to turn to painting for inspiration. The creations of dressmakers and hat makers were in turn proposed as models for painters. Given this background, it shouldn't be surprising that Edgar Degas paid such close attention to women's hats in his Milliners series, one notable painting from which can be seen in the Getty Museum. The workshop settings are relatively nondescript. They speak as much to the artist's studio as they do to some supposed real-life location. The immediate foreground is often dominated by a tabletop, often presented and cropped at unusual angles. On the tables are hat stands and the various material stuffs that would go into the trimming of the hats. We might see a single milliner assessing her work, but more frequently we see pairs of women working. Degas thus draws attention to the serial nature of production and the hierarchical division of labor in the workshop. The milliner on the right, who works contentedly on a hat, is only roughly sketched in and simultaneously blacked out. Degas concentrates our attention on the other woman, who is frozen in her task. Strongly illuminated and framed by two dark brown patches that stand in for hats not yet realized, her haggard, ashen face registers some profound fatigue or resignation. Few other milliners in the series are given such a personal characterization. Degas' figures are decidedly plain and their dresses drab. As we can see in this X-ray, the costume of the milliner on the left-hand side of the composition was originally fancier. Her face also seems to have had a more peaceful, smiling demeanor. And for whatever reason, Degas dramatically reworked the picture, altered her facial expression, and painted out the bow so that it melded with the uniform grayish-brown of her dress. He also painted over what clearly had been decorated hats with a brownish-reddish preparatory layer of paint, as if he intended to start them again from scratch. He has also completely altered the placement and pose of the milliner on the right so that she takes on a more serene, less dynamic aspect. In keeping with the realist interpretation of his work, he was obviously concerned with dress and its relationship to class identity.